2024 has to be one of the loneliest times that we've had in Lagos. Because all my friends, all of them, people that I've known since I was like 10, 11, all of them are gone.
Do you feel like you will be more successful if you actually decided to Japa?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you will suffer everywhere.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to your favorite place to be, the Uncolored Podcast, of course. Shout out to Vesti. It's your girl, truly, Venita Akpofure. And as usual, I'm only going to lead you down a road of goodness and international planes. Today, we are going to be talking about Gen Z Japa. And I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, we've talked about this before, Venita. Oh, you've talked about... No. You need to understand that this Gen Z that comes before it is bold, it's underlined. It's a whole different perspective. It's a whole different movement. And in the studio with me, I have two queens from this Gen Z era that are going to share some insights and experiences with you guys on what Japa culture is for them. So please, without further ado, I have some beautiful Nubian queens. They are twin sisters. They are artists.
Thank you.
They are artisans, and they're just free spirits. Beautiful. They're beautiful.
Thank you
queens.
so much.
Welcome to the show, Oiza and Meyi.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
See how they're cute. See how they're finishing each other's sentence.
We kind of do that a lot. So just full disclosure.
Child.
That didn't help.
I know. I know.
God, bring my own.
They will come. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
So first of all, let's get into this Gen Z thing.
Okay.
The side that you're eyeing me, or is that?
No, it's just my glasses.
It's your own glasses.
I can't see. I'm
May. How do you feel when someone's like, this Gen Z? What is Gen Z for you?
I mean, if we're talking about it in terms of what the definition of a Gen Z is, I think it's like from 96, people that were born from 1996 to 2008. But I feel like no shade, no tea to the millennials out here. But I feel like whenever millennials bring it up, they're like, you Gen Zs, darn you.
You Gen Zs now.
Darn you. Like they're pointing, in our time, we used to listen to great music. Oh yeah, well done. Now if you don't have iPod. Sorry about that.
I was not even in this room when this conversation was had, because if they decide they will beat you when you step out of this room, then...
Yeah, we had Discman, we had Walkman. Yeah. That was what was in our time.
People had Game Boy.
Yes, we had Game Boy. You guys didn't play? You don't have Game Boy?
Sorry, we had PS.
Oh.
We had
bad.
Nintendo Wii.
We have
Xbox,
Just Dance.
Dance, you know. That's the part of the Nintendo Wii.
Apple Music and
Go
stuff.
off, you guys.
You bought CDs and turn it back.
Hell no. You know what? I think I might have just escaped that era, actually. I definitely remember pressing record on VHS.
Exactly.
And I definitely remember sticking a biro in my cassette.
And if you're watching something you're not supposed to watch and NEPA takes light, you now have to unscrew the back of the men in this room know what I'm talking about.
Hey!
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
These Gen Zs are classic. So you were saying when millennials, because I'm apparently...
Do you need water?
Hey! I'm not ready for these children, though.
I'm not yet. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Listen, they said you millennials. I'm just saying it how I call it, right?
Enough.
Yes?
Fair enough.
Okay, so what do you think about this, the current situation and young people, Gen Zs, some millennials as well, and this Japa culture? You guys are here. You could choose to be anywhere. What is it that keeps you here as modern Gen Zs on soil?
Do you want to...
Fear.
Hey, God. Fear of what?
Just fear of the unknown. Also, I don't think I want to leave my parents. I like them. They're fun people.
Okay.
So it's kind of really my parents that are keeping me here. And my siblings. Because if you move, you're kind of separating your family. We can't all be out in the same place if we decide we want to Because not which country is going to accept my whole 700 siblings all at the same time?
You have 700?
No, I mean, but we're 5011. We're a lot. So
Wait. So let's get into it.
we're a lot.
You have your 20
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Who else remain?
My younger sister. My 3 elder ones.
Okay.
Then my mom and my dad.
Then we
Okay.
count my sister-in-law as
Then
well.
my sister-in-law as well.
Ha!
So we're like,
So we're like a lot.
We're a
So I
lot.
can't, there's no place that will take us all.
they might. You don't know. You never tried.
Unless we're seeking asylum and running away like refugees. No way.
Hell!
Fair enough.
There's no way.
Fair
we
enough.
have to tell them we're being persecuted for us, all of us to go
All
at
at
the same time.
once, yeah.
But do you have like friends that
Oh,
have Japa?
of course.
Are like, I'm totally not coming back.
This 2024 has to be one of the loneliest times that we've had in
Oh.
Lagos because
Yeah.
all my friends, all of them, people that I've known since I was like 10, 11, all of them have gone. And which is very interesting to me because when people talk about Japa in like the Gen Z versus millennial, you guys, I feel like you guys had it easier when it was time for you to Japa and come back. Let me get there. Let me explain myself. So for example, I feel like the laws were not as strict. One,
Okay.
the dollar and the naira were, the exchange rate wasn't killer.
Yeah.
Like how much was, it was 150, 140 at the time that Sophie.
Yeah, and it wasn't even expected that you would be working if you left as an immigrant to go to school. Because I remember a lot of my brother's friends left and went to school, and it was school that they focused on. Now, a lot of us we're going to school and we have jobs at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you just they will just get you there. And after that, you're really
Trying to
figure it out on your own.
And there were those things that you could bring a dependent, you could do. I don't think they do that anymore now. So it's like it's so much harder.
There's a lot happening.
Exactly.
yeah.
So there's like a crackdown on immigration. So it's harder now. So I feel like anybody in my generation that is doing it, shout out to you. Well done. You're doing so well.
But would you take a whack at it? Would you say, do you know what? I need fresh air. I'm ready to face the unknown. I'm ready to risk it all for the unknown rather than be here. Have you ever found yourself in that position?
I'm in that position now, this year. I've never been before.
Just me. What's happening?
First of all of my friends have gone. So there's no community anymore. There's nothing I'm looking forward to. You can't even build any relationships, romantic or otherwise, because everybody's planning on moving. So nobody's like trying to make friends nobody's trying to make any meaningful connections anymore because everybody just has their sights set on moving. So you meet somebody, you become friends with the person, you find out that in 1 week they'll message you, oh, I'm moving to England. Like you can't even have like a relationship, like how will I put it? May you find the word for me, please?
Aside from like that you've used like 20 times.
That's not the focus of this conversation. Focus.
I love twins.
Okay. For which other word do you want?
You can't find a community, essentially, because everybody is going. So so I'm like looking at it and I'm like, I kind of feel the way old people feel. When you get older and you're like, oh, all your friends are no longer with you, your children have moved out, you're not feeling alone. A lot of our friends have gone.
So is that pushing you more towards...
Yeah, because it's like, why all the people I grew up with are no longer here? Why am I still here?
But can I say something?
Mm-hmm. Why are you still here?
So there were two, I like to call it the double exodus.
Double exodus?
Where there was a point in time where Nigerians were just moving out in their truckloads.
Okay.
And then there was a time they were all coming back.
Okay. Was it not when Theresa May told them to
That's why I call it the double exodus, because it was like a lot of people moved away and then they were trying to find their footing and then they still came back.
I love that you guys are so well informed. So this lets me know you've traveled quite a bit.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so where do you feel now as young women? Because you're at the beginning of your life.
Yeah.
You don't have any babies yet. And you still can choose the careers that you want to.
Yeah.
Even if you want to throw the whole thing away and choose something else, you can. Do you feel like you will be more successful if you actually decided to Japa?
No.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because you will suffer everywhere. So you must be geared for suffering.
Suffering is universal.
No, it is.
You suffer everywhere. You just have to decide the level of you want to suffer in the snow.
And I feel like,
Or in the heat.
Or in the heat. And I think suffering in the heat is easier. So let's not knock. Let's give Nigerians some props. We're a very communal society. So it's like, my friend moved to England, I think or Canada. The depression that he's facing because he's all on his own.
And it's cold as hell.
And it's cold. To stand up and go out of your house, you are thinking of jackets, winter boots.
The snow in Canada gets quite...
Yeah. So you're thinking about that. And then it's like, if I live in Abuja and I have a friend that lives in Enugu, last, if I fit travel now, maybe 190k flights, or maybe if I want rough and use road, if it be 50k.
If it be like 7 days, we kidnap
7 days.
Oh my God, no, we've kidnapped.
No, if you go by road, it should be like 2 days, but if give of minus or plus.
Plus or minus.
It's the plot twist.
No, it's plus or minus if they move you, if you be like banditry.
But what I'm saying is like, it's so much easier to move from like city to city to city. And like I said, there's a community in Africa that is not necessarily... It's very foreign in a foreign land.
Yeah.
How would I put it?
Okay. There's a sense of togetherness.
There's a sense of togetherness.
That we Africans hold as a point of priority when we come into contact.
And then for the fact that we've started doing like our music here, and glory be to God, we've gotten some stride. It's counterintuitive, in my opinion, to now go somewhere that nobody knows you and start from all over again.
In their own
there are
style,
a lot of actors and musicians that have moved from here and gone. You won't be a star there.
Yeah. You will always be somebody that was... You hear people will be like, oh, he's famous in so and so. You're better off being somebody that has, like the way the band was. Like,
so this area that you people are going to is very, very grey.
Yeah.
Because, I've worked in Nigeria all of my professional career.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you guys were younger, maybe you may have had some idea of me.
Yeah.
Now I'm like
a lingo video.
Oh wow! She's really doing. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Hey,
Keep going, but
you will get to a point with your career where you feel like, let me do more. Let me be more innovative.
Yeah.
Let me improve the quality of what I'm doing. And you guys are both artists, so you're both into music. You don't just do music, right?
I do espionage on the side.
Espionage. I love it.
She acts.
But, with creatives, I tend to find they normally are equipped in other areas.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you had a stronger chance of being more successful as artisans here than if you were away?
Yes.
So with the kind of music that we do, if I'm being honest, it's a shot in the dark.
Give your perspective.
Okay, so I think because of the kind of music that we do, it's actually half and half, to be honest, in my opinion. Now, if, for example, someone like you established yourself before you said, let me go and see what I want. But like in the beginning, I think you're better off being in a space where if you're going to, like I said, suffering is universal. If you're going to suffer, you might as well suffer in a place where you have like a fallback plan. Bad as it bad, if you move to Lagos, you try and be a musician, you fail, you go back home. You drink pap, eat akara with your parents and come back, as opposed to being all the way in a foreign country where their systems. So it's interesting because I don't want to be one of those people, but the fact that Nigerian system doesn't really work in a sense actually has some benefits in a sense, because you can meet your landlord and say, please, sir, I beg, give me,
there was no fuel.
There was no fuel. They can understand that you didn't pay.
I could not go to the bank.
I couldn't go to the bank to transfer money because there's no fuel. I couldn't come to the office today because the country is hard. If you try that abroad, by the time nobody gives a damn what you're going through. Your rent is to be paid on the 30th of October and you will pay it every month. And the guy doesn't want to hear Magan and I could not do it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's a lot easier because of the community. But in terms of the kind of music that we do, in terms of like an audience, it's easier for us to break through because we are... they love the African Nubian queens abroad. We can just come and say Grand Rising and they'll be like, wow.
They'll be doing like,
oh, fantastic.
Oh my God, these
Africans.
They're so funny. You guys are too cute. So the Gen Zs that are abroad or overseas, the ones that are there, you have friends that are in other countries.
Yeah.
What on average is your typical, your general roster of friends? Are they also free to be as creative as you? Are they more constricted by society to conform and feed into the giant machine? What are Gen Zs? The Gen Zs that what are they doing abroad?
So I feel like there's 2 tiers of Gen Z. There's our Gen Z, which is like the ones that were really close to millennials, and then there's the like 2003, 2004. Those ones are creative.
Okay.
Listen, they are if they step out in Hausa, they say but they come out different.
Girl, you speak very good Hausa.
No, she does not.
Get out.
It's a
You said no.
No, she doesn't. None of us do, but this
Oiza,
is...
please.
You speak Hausa too?
Yes.
Better than me.
Where does that come from? Talk to me.
Zaria,
Our neighbors
my
used to make fun of us when we were younger, and my mother said, "Learn it and insult them back."
Actually,
Shout out to mommy.
Yeah, those were
verbatim.
her words verbatim. She was
Yeah.
like, "Learn it and insult." And then I
We
came
learned.
out with every.
So you
curse
learned
word.
it.
Yeah.
Where did you guys learn this? Where did you grow up? Just
Abuja.
quick.
We grew up in Abuja. Then we schooled in Zaria for university.
Wow, that's really far north.
Is it? It's not that far
No,
from
really.
Abuja, to be fair. It's like a
4-hour
4-hour
trip.
drive.
4 hours.
Yeah.
That's not far. It's far
No.
from me. Oh.
Yeah,
Fair
probably.
enough,
It's
yeah.
2 hours
It's
from
1
Abuja
hour to
Kaduna.
Ghana, oh my dear. That's another
That's
country.
also
Uh-huh.
a good point.
That's a great point.
Is it by road or by plane?
By plane, darling. We don't do by road.
I'm sorry. We were roughing it with the bus, my dear.
I wanted to use both. But yeah, like our circle, a lot of them have creative spirits.
Okay.
But I went to our secondary school when I say it was full of brilliant.
Yeah.
It was they used to stream us where it was like your results will come out and then you sit down in the class based on your results.
So A class
A
was for
class
smart
was
people.
A students, B was B students.
Wait, there's actually an A class?
Listen,
Yeah, and those that start
There's
in
actually
front.
a B class?
yeah, and those that start in front was
Was
like
number one.
if you were in front in A class, you were number one.
Wow.
Yeah, so you knew it was stupid once you
So
walked in.
where did you guys sit?
I was not. She wasn't like in an A. I was a standard cool C, standard every time. But I was in front. I was
Yes,
the one-eyed
like,
person in the
yeah,
city of blind
always in
people.
front.
Come on.
Don't
But yeah,
mind
all
them.
of them were creative because my school was very competitive. They wanted us to be able to do everything. But then obviously there was focus on academia more
Yes,
than
of
anything.
course.
So a lot of my classmates are brilliant and they have creative, but I don't think they had the mental capacity or the mental strength to go for something that was unsure. Like I want to be a painter.
The courage to actually
I think
pursue.
It's because
Yeah.
all of them were first. A lot of them were first
Firstborns, yeah. We are last.
I don't think we would have been
Okay,
afforded
so
the
I was gonna
opportunity. Yeah.
Say, what
Yeah.
was your parents like? So how, your parents, you said you have 4
Yeah.
siblings and you're the last borns.
No, I have a
Second to-
younger sister. We have a younger sister. We're
So you're
to them.
second to last
Yeah.
one. So now, last born children, una
So
they enjoy
yes.
mommy and daddy.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Eh?
Yeah.
So I would like to think that your parents were more amenable, more lenient with what they felt you
Obviously.
could do and
Yeah,
not do, and much
yeah.
harder on your older siblings
Yeah.
per se.
I won't say that they just didn't. You know, there's a way that you just know that there's no need to even bring up certain conversations because you don't want to know what the response would be. So we'll never really know whether or not my elder siblings could have been my
Because
parents
they
would have
never
because
did it.
tried.
They never tried.
They were like,
tried.
my
Did
sister-
you ever have an intimate conversation with a sibling where you're like,
Yeah, my
you know,
older sister was
I'm
a singer.
really proud of you. You're doing this. I would have loved to do this when I was younger, but
Yeah, so my older sister was a singer. She sings beautifully. She works in the bank now, doing the thing. But she has an amazing voice. She's always been an amazing singer. And then my older brother
used to rap.
used to rap. But then he's like doctor, lawyer, nurse, Timothy.
he's a doctor?
No, I'm just giving you
You
the
have to be
like,
one of
okay.
yeah.
So my older sister, I think she did studied microbiology in university, and my brother did engineering. Tough scientific,
yeah.
which is very awkward because none
Mommy,
of my
daddy, well
parents.
done. No, we clap for you.
None of my parents are science-based. My dad did theater. My mom studied English.
Wow.
So when we wanted to do creativity, my parents
They were
didn't have
like-
a problem.
they were
They
here.
were like, sure.
In fact, when we were picking courses, because you know in JAM you have to pick a course and whatnot.
Yes, of
So
course.
because we were afraid, because we're art students, she picked law and I picked mass communication. And we were in school and my mom came to pick us from school. She was like, didn't you say you wanted to be? And these were her words verbatim. She was like, you're my children, you will never be ordinary. So change it.
Man,
Yeah.
God bless you, mom.
So they're like, if
Yes,
I wanted to be
God
like
bless
a sand shoveler, my mom would have given me a cool.
Just be the best son
Yeah,
of
she
all time.
bedazzled
she
the
would tell
shovel.
everybody, she's like,
shovel.
my daughter shovel sand. She's the SS.
Did your parents grow up strictly in
They
that?
did,
Because they
though.
don't sound like parents.
They
that
really
are
don't.
strictly-
They really don't. But they grew up here.
They grew
so-
up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
They grew up
Because
here.
my time, millennial, I'm like the upper end of millennial.
Yeah.
87. 87 with my full chest. I'm
That's
looking
not
like
even-
That's not even
2000.
Love it.
But, I'm from a time where people didn't speak to their parents about anything. Sex, relationships, difficulties, challenges they were facing, education.
Yeah.
They didn't. So it's so crazy to me. I'm really appreciative, actually, of your parents. I've never met them, but the fact that they actually nurtured the spirit that is
Yeah.
in you guys is really, really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be appreciated.
Art is very important.
Art is very important.
So apart from obviously the fact that maybe somebody is looking at somebody else and I want to do that, what other reason do you think the younger generation may choose to relocate from Nigeria? I know you said the country is hard, but do you guys genuinely believe your skill set? Because your generation, I couldn't put together a CapCut video or anything at that time. And I'm meeting a lot of young people that can do a lot.
Yeah.
Social media has an instrumental, it's very critical to your generation. People your age are making crazy money online from their house.
By doing tap.
I used to do it that time, but you will know how to type this thing and send emails officially.
My dear,
I will say yo, bro, in the email.
What's going, man?
Please
respond. You say yo, bro. No, you didn't.
Nah, have you seen
you email somebody
sup
yo, bro.
with X.
I'll be like, good evening, comma.
Hey!
Is that not correct? I don't know how to punctuate. Like, I'm going through a lot.
You carry
I think
she said sup X.
I'll be like, X now. Yo, I'll be like, good, hi.
But why not they talk like sup not be words now?
You say no, but you see the thing, Ebonics is a new form of language. You know, everybody likes the way English sounded back in the day is not the way it sounds now. So I don't know why everybody's stuck on the fact that sup can be an English word.
Period.
Annihilate was not a word. It was created. So sup is our new word.
Thank
guys.
you.
Put it in the Urban Dictionary.
Give
us breeze.
Thank you.
She said, give me breeze, let me fly, baby.
We're suffering. But I think the reason why a lot of people want to move out, one is because if I'm being honest,
speak freely.
The Instagram pictures are better when you're abroad.
Period.
Dead upon arrival.
No, let's tell the truth. Let's
upon arrival.
Let's tell.
Giving me aesthetics.
No, yes, it's more aesthetically pleased. No,
as a reason, as a clause.
We're being honest now.
Have you seen their skin when they move abroad?
How? I'm finished.
You'll be looking like fried dodo. Then you'll be looking very
vitamin C
skin ashy as hell, bro.
Listen.
No, come on.
No.
There's that.
I think another reason is, I'm gonna be completely honest. A lot of us are we know hear words. You understand? Like Gen Zs are quite stubborn. So we are very anti-establishment.
Yeah.
And the abroad is a very good place to be anti-establishment.
Yes, it is.
You can't be anti-establishment that much in Nigeria.
They will establish you.
No,
so the older generation has invertly, without realizing, made you guys, look at other ways to be what you want.
Yeah, because I don't understand how my sister will be working and her closing time is 4. And they'll be telling us they'll be sending her email after 4. For what now?
I clock in, I clock out. I act my wage.
Period.
I act my wage.
Your wage.
Yeah. You can't try. You can't
the
try.
Reward for
acting our wage in this
then they will decide that they should do better.
Yeah.
Let
me tell you why the country is the way everybody is, just because somebody is picking up for somebody. If everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do, then we can see the actual lapses. And then people will now be, okay, maybe we need to hire a hairbrusher. Because the person that is doing makeup is not going to brush my hair.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Or the person that is cooking in my house is not going to sweep the floor, and vice versa. But Nigerians are just so used to doing more than they are supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because of fear.
Suffering and smiling.
Because of respect.
Yeah.
It's like, I had a funny story. I had a friend who was working in a Nigerian company. He was Kenyan. He was Kenyan with American OT. And the way he was speaking to his boss, he wasn't rude though. But because I was in Nigeria, I was like, man, they will sack you. I was like, they will sack you, sir.
So it was matter of fact.
It was matter of fact.
It
was like,
in fact, we once had a cleaner come to the house and say she was a cleaner. She came from a cleaning company. And she was like, I clean. So I clean. I will clean.
So that's the mentality of most Gen Zs. And it's going to be very difficult to navigate that path in Nigeria.
What does the future of Nigeria look like if this is the general... Not everybody.
Yeah.
If everyone generally is just thinking about, I came here to do this part, I clocking out now. Where do you see Nigeria in the next 10 years?
That means everybody will get to a stage where they do what they are supposed to do.
You might be right, Sha.
Just do what I'm of the opinion, do what you are supposed to do. When I come, if I'm a presenter on a show, my job is to come and present. I'm not going to try and figure out whether or not the camera came. But because when you not a typical Nigerian person is a problem solver. You want to help everybody, which is
yes,
good.
we problem solve.
It gives a lot of room for people to not pick up after themselves because you are going to pick up. So you come here and let's say let's say if a cameraman does not come,
we're not talking about anyone.
Nobody here by the way, but like the second cameraman will cover up for the. No, I came here to be on camera 1, and camera 1 is my birthright and my destiny. That's why I will stay. I'm not moving. Do you get what I'm saying? Because then that means if I don't cover up for camera 2, tomorrow, if the Oga comes and shouts at him, then he will come when he's supposed to come.
So you're saying like your generation is more respectful of self.
Yes.
So that allows you to focus on what you need to do and not worry about anything else.
Yeah.
It's a new type of...
It has its...
it's self-preservation.
It has its... what's the word?
This self-preservation word. This word.
Because there's a difference between selfishness and self-preservation. I see you. Selfishness is, I can help you and it's not going to do much for me, but still, screw you. I'm going to do whatever.
Okay.
Self-preservation is...
helping you will kill me.
I see you. Helping you will kill me. So if that means you have to die so that I don't die, sorry.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Somebody has to go.
Somebody's life. That's just what self-preservation is preserving oneself above.
Because you can't help anybody if you're drained.
Very true.
A lot of people are helping.
Any cups if you're empty.
Yeah.
So your time abroad, what countries have you guys been to? What's the longest period of time you spent away from home?
I think we did England twice, to be very honest. And then we did Dubai once. And then I think, where was that place?
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was like we were how old?
Which place did you stay the longest at?
Dubai.
You think Dubai?
It was Dubai.
Mad.
But it was like we're very homogeneous.
She says Dubai, you say...
Because it was a split trip, so I think it was both ways because we left England and went to Dubai.
So you're saying UK and you're saying Dubai.
Okay, let's just say you could die.
What?
You Dubai. Together.
Stop.
You could buy.
Yeah, you could buy.
I got it.
No, don't get it with her.
I'm trying to keep up.
You don't keep up with.
No, they always say now.
He's not the one to keep up with.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
She will finish. You don't do it. No. Do it.
So do you think, the younger generation make living abroad look easier than it actually is?
Yes.
Do your friends talk to you about real struggles that they're going through?
What do you mean? No, they make it look easier. Let me explain.
She says no, you say yes. You tell me why you say yes.
Follow me on this
I'm
journey.
here with you. Listen, I'm listening.
Instagram is the loudest minority.
Oh, wow.
Nobody is going to come to Instagram and take you a pic, except those people that are trying to be low-key relatable in there. Oh, look at me, I'm showing the real life stuff. But Instagram, what it was designed for is to show your best self.
Yes.
Nobody's going to go there and show you when they are cutting fish in the back of a place where they walk 24 hours a day so that when they are hanging out with the mentally ill, that they are paying them cash.
And they are
throwing dookie at you. Nobody is going to show you that. And they will just say, oh my God, England, chill in peace. And then
because your generation is all about soft life. And I'm like,
yes.
I was working, my first job was in Primark. I carry shoe, I carry bag, I clean. So I was like, is it that you people are not hustling? Where's the money coming from?
You see, I also think that it's two ways. Nobody's going to point it out. Back in our parents' generation, there were people that were in England because you didn't have access to information and people didn't have phones. There were people that were telling everybody in Nigeria that they were doctors. Meanwhile, they were nurses. There's which movie was it? Was it Ija the Journey that was it Genevieve? It was a Genevieve movie where she came back to Nigeria and she was giving out shoes and her son was like, this woman is giving out shoes as if we're balling in the US. And this is like 2006. So it goes both ways. It's just that social media packages it. Everybody's going to lie. Because if I come and tell you that I left, just think about it this way. If I tell you that I sold my land, I left my family behind, I sold everything that tied me to Nigeria, I was a doctor here, I was somebody of importance, and I left Nigeria and I went to go and be picking up after people that have pulled on themselves. It's not a story. It doesn't make up a good story to tell people. It doesn't make a success, especially if you didn't leave. If you left young, that's even understandable. But somebody that's
a
40,
perspective for us because we might see something like that as not maybe not derogatory is the word, but like something that in Nigeria, you can always have people that come into your home that will assist you with so many things.
Yeah.
I think it's the perspective So I don't think it's easy. I think you have old people that are like, some people have Alzheimer's, different kinds of situations going out.
Yeah.
Then you have nurses that are from here who are going and like, this is so derogatory. Some people can't even do that for their own parents.
Period. They can't.
In the UK. It's not easy.
It's not.
Do you feel like your generation is actually being honest about what it takes to...
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Because we start out wanting to be CEOs.
Yeah, I'm a Gen Z. I'm
I'm a Gen Z baddie.
My parents didn't have the house that you want to be like your parents, and then you think about it and you're like, yo, my parents are in their 60s. This nice house that we have is because my parents started working at 20-something. There was a time my parents were living in Isolo somewhere, and now we live in Abuja. You want to start out your life and live in Abuja. Live in Metama. If you don't carry yourself to Lube and find your square roots and rent yourself
go to Maraba and rent yourself an apartment that you can afford.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things, another thing that really affects our generation, I don't think it affected you guys as much, or maybe it did. But I think there's a higher, what's the word, Mama?
I don't know, I'm sorry.
There's a higher...
Me too, I'm triplets. What's the word? What's the word?
There's a higher... The word fails me, but like there's more of it now because we live a very fake life.
Okay, there's a bigger need to please.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are too many people watching you
There
now.
are too many people. My uncle
Because we didn't have Instagram in
no.
my day. My day was, let's see.
High five.
High five. Girl.
Yeah, no, I have older siblings. We have older siblings.
We know.
You're intact. High five. MySpace. I released like 2 songs.
Period.
Don't ever
We are
go
going to
and
look for
look.
it.
Let me exchange one for you. Oiza is in a movie.
Yeah.
I will send you the movie.
I played Girl 2.
Girl 2?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't even have a name.
The man say he will make me a star. He say he will dash me laptop. I'm laptopless now. Wherever you are, give me my blood clot laptop. You lied.
Was he a millennial?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, he was, Mama.
Oh, he was a millennial, yeah.
Sounding is giving millennial.
Yeah.
It's giving millennial.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a higher need for us to please. Like now, you can't... I feel like the access to too much information and too much is making... Sensory overload, yeah. Is making us think that we need to do things that we don't need to do.
Right. Ignorance is bliss to some extent.
To some extent.
You don't have to know everything.
You don't, because a lot of what you see on social media is very, very false.
Yes.
Very false.
Yes.
Like, I will smile, I'm having a great day.
Mm-hmm.
That day I've quarreled.
You are crying.
Or you're posting picture in the Maldives and you're currently in Lagos. Like, it's one of those...
No, let me even tell you the one that killed me. One time we were going to, because we use the gym around my area. Somebody entered with a keke, came from where we were with a keke, and then dropped right before the gym. And then started jogging.
I feel do something like
so
that.
You look,
Nadia, do you?
Listen, do you?
I mean, it's
I support you, but you came in a keke. What's wrong with coming in a keke?
I don't find anything wrong with it. But the way society is set up here, they'll be like, oh, this person...
That's your business.
That's actually
like, I actually posted in the keke once and it got in the blogs. Like, I was like,
I do know sometimes I feel sorry for... Not sorry, but it's like... I empathize with people that are famous because it's like, I can't just...
Well, famous too small.
You're famous.
I'm famous, but I'm just saying that, like, she can't do stuff. If she decided that she wanted to enter a bus now, they'll disturb her. And why can't she just enter a bus?
I swear.
Why can't she? Maybe her car broke down and she needed to do 1 or 2. Like, if there's always why does it always have to be that something was
negative,
wrong and is that Venita's money has finished? That is why she cannot.
Like, please, Venita's money has finished. Send me money.
My dear.
Send all of us
They should
money.
we'll put our account number in the...
Yes,
production, sir, please.
Camera, where's the...
we are upcoming.
Please,
we
support.
need all the support.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which camera is this one? Please. Which one here? Okay, my name is Ikera Ojotule, and this is a PSA. I would like to say, please send us funds. We are out here on this show. Please send us funds in foreign currency. We collect Forex. Look at our beautiful sister here. Send her more.
Yeah.
Send her more than us because it's her money that she'll use and take care of us. Period. Because we look to her to support. She's our big sister. We are Gen Z. She's a millennial. Please.
I love it.
She'll manage the money more than us. We'll use it and buy lip gloss if you give us. So please.
Thank you very
Thank you
much
so
for coming to
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
Yeah.
I love it.
Want to Japa but stuck at the starting line? Meet Vesti. Get a US green card if you have a master's degree, access to loans and savings accounts, and enjoy full support for your school or work visa. We handle your banking and visa support fast and easy. Go with Vesti.
So, guys, what's next for your artistry? You know, what's happening? Because for those who are watching that don't know who you are, what you represent, I would like you guys to give us a little tea.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Oiza.
Hi, I'm Meyi.
And together we are Oiza X Meyi.
AKA,
I'm the skinny legend.
AKA the Slay Queen in Transit. And we are singer-songwriters. And we have a couple of songs out. Please listen to them. But
where can we find them?
Okay, Spotify.
And
every other platform. But the name is Oiza X Meyi. So Oiza X Meyi.
So, guys, please check out their social media handles. I'm definitely sure you're going to find what you like there. For those creative GenZs that are overseas, not necessarily Nigerian, but, you know, like you, trying to find their own way to make a mark in this world. What message would you like to push out to them?
Just do it.
I was going to say that.
Just bloody do it, man. Don't be waiting for things to be perfect. Find a community, even if it's... Because you're too focused on the numbers, man. Like, if 300 people came into this room to watch you sing...
If 20 people...
Or 20 people, you'll be overwhelmed. So you are feeling bad about only 15 streams. It doesn't matter. Just put out your music.
Yeah.
Just do it. Any other advice?
You're always going to be better than what you were.
But I want to thank you because this has actually been quite insightful. I had huge differences with my sister over a lot of the ways she made decisions in her home, in the family, as a woman. Because I'm like, no. Culturally, this is what you have to do it. No. She's 8 years younger than me. And her way is very different. And I feel like it's very important for us to open the door to communicate with people of all different generations so that we have an understanding. So there's not this, I senior you.
I know more than you.
I know more than you.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It's still there, but you.
It's there.
You know.
But
my older sister, our first is like 12 years older than me. Or she's 15 years older than me. No, she's 14 years older 14 years
did
older
she grow up here or abroad?
She grew up here and she schooled abroad.
Okay.
And she's 14 years older than me, but then she's like 16 years older than my last born. They are like twins.
Really?
No, you can't separate them.
Upper and
I'm
lower.
telling you.
Are you joking?
You can't separate those two. They're like...
We have a running joke.
We have a joke
that's an interesting...
We have a running joke that she's... My older sister is my younger sister's mom.
Mother, and she just...
And my parents just decide... Yeah.
That's the running because they are so close.
They
are so close.
That gives me hope.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Because the last born is in my family 17 years younger than me.
No.
And I cannot understand any language he's speaking at all.
Does she say lickety split and...
No, not even
Gyat.
like, I just don't get... Like, anything he's explaining to me, I'm like, but why? You know? Do you get that a lot from your siblings that have been raised in a time that was, you know, not quite hippity-hoppity how it is now, even though they were raised abroad?
No, because our common enemy was our parents. And not like our parents were bad, but they are just the common enemy. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's always... And my mom hates this. I love you, mommy. But it's always us against them.
Yeah.
So we had that camaraderie because we understood early on. And the same way that also parents should understand that the children are the common enemy as well and band together. That way your children cannot run around you and like try and like...
See, if you as a parent have succeeded to be able to have your children gang up against you,
that's a good thing.
I think you've done something.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
My mom
I would be proud.
My mom calls it the tyranny of sisterhood.
I flog all of them, but I go be
Exactly.
I would be very proud.
Something had happened and my mom and my parents found out like this year that we used to take blame for things.
Each other.
So for example, there's one particular, let's say, for example, my father has told my sister, let's say Meyi burns pots all the time.
I do.
And she's the last, no, she does. A pot hates to see Meyi come in. Like she burns pots every time. You understand?
But I'm a great cook though.
No, she cooks very well, but she burn your pots, you know? And let's say last week she burnt a pot. The day before yesterday she burnt a pot. This year she burnt, yesterday she burnt a pot and today she burnt a pot. You can't really expect her if my father comes down and say, who burnt this pot?
I will now say it's
come
me.
and say
No.
that it was her.
That's beautiful.
I will come down and say it's me that burnt, but there was a time that she did something. Oh no, it was my younger sister that did something, and she did it to my brother, and she was the culprit all the time. And I was like, he now said, who did this? I said, it's me. And this guy was shouting, and I had a grin on my face. He's like, if I slap you, and I was like,
this actually doesn't apply to you.
I don't really give a shit.
It's
not me. I'm like, I didn't do it. When my father found out, he said, what in the hell is this rubbish behavior? I say, yeah, you're right. You raised children that like each other.
Your parents have done amazing.
Thank you.
Mila said they'll be defending yourself and tricking me. I think it's better like that. All right. So I just want you to continue to be great. And I'm excited for what you guys are going to. I'm going to follow you people. You people
Please
gotta
do.
Give me sauce.
No problem.
Give me juice.
No problem.
Speaking of sauce and juice, we are sponsored by Vesti. And as you know, they are a very generous company. So we just wanted to give you something as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
To say thank you.
Thank you, Vesti, for vesting us.
Yes, so-
dropping gems. Clap for me.
No.
Yeah, I'm clapping for you.
Thank
Shout
you
out
so
to
much.
Vesti.
Shout out to Vesti.
For
Thank you.
investing in the girls. That was better. No?
Okay.
All right, we're done.
Thank you
It's
guys. so
the
much.
double capture. I'm still just tripping. Okay.
Thank you.
But guys, thank you very much for sticking and watching with us. If you also have your own opinion and your own comments on our episode, feel free to write down below and let us know what your own experience is as a Gen Z, or what Japa is to that generation and why it is different to the others. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, forward this to your mom, your father, your enemy, your
Period.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
And let's really get into talks about it. Signing out from the Uncolored Podcast, it's your girl V. Mwah.